Hey, what's going down, guys? Jack Reeve, Talk Norwich City here, back for my preview video ahead of this weekend's game against Rotherham. What a fantastic win it was against Hull in the week. After Leeds winning and Sheffield United winning, that piled pressure on us and we came through it fairly easily. I mean, we made it hard for ourselves like we always do. But I don't feel like we got out of third gear. I still feel there's another gear to push through if we really need to. It's going to be relentless at the top of the table. Leeds and Sheffield United play each other this weekend. So one of them two teams are going to drop points. I'm not overly sure how I want that game to go. I think I'd probably rather see Leeds win as long as we win. And that just, heightens the gap between us and third even more so. I'm not overly fussed if we go up as champions or in second. I just want to get promoted. So I think that probably gives us the best chance. But as I say, it's going to be relentless up the top there. As you guys know, we're sponsored by FansBet over on Talk Norwich City. They've got a special offer for us ahead of the game against Rotherham. Norwich to win both halves. That's being boosted as a fans special. Links to that down in the description below, as well as many other offers over there. FansBet, the place to bet. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I like Rotherham. I like going up to Rotherham. I think the previous two times I've been there, a Norwich player has decided to headbutt an opposition player. I think we lost last year and I saw us draw there when Gary Hooper scored a screamer. So hopefully we can turn that into a victory this time around. Rotherham are having a bit of a tricky season. I'd love them to survive, I must admit. I think Bolton are pretty much down now. Ipswich are certainly down. So it all depends on that third team to occupy that last relegation spot. I think 1 point separates 22nd to 19th. It's very tight down the bottom there. Reading, Millwall, Rotherham all scrapping between themselves to see who stays in the Championship. I want Rotherham to stay up. I just don't want them to pick up any points this weekend. So this is the team I would go for. Tim Krul in goal. Came in for a bit of stick on Wednesday night and probably rightly so, I guess. He didn't have his best game. But I suppose the way in which we play football, it does mean that Tim Krul is going to have the ball at his feet a lot and under pressurised situations. So there are going to be mistakes. The one thing that frustrated me slightly was the fact that he'd made a very similar error, or what could have been an error, against Swansea, and it felt like it was so soon after that. Just don't do the same thing. But there we go, it didn't cost us. Hopefully Krul will learn from that and keep on improving. In at left back, Jamal Lewis, I thought he's really improved actually the last 10 games. He's had a fantastic season. I think he's added a bit more to his game over the past 10 games with that overlapping run past Hernandez that's working so beautifully well. The centre-back partnership of Christoph Zimmermann next to Ben Godfrey. Not overly sure about the defending for Chris Martin's goal late on. I think we just got a bit complacent in the final 20 minutes, both fans and players. I think we got complacent at 2-0 as well. It felt so easy. And then Hull, they're a good side. They've got quality on the break. Hit us with two punishing blows. Thankfully, it wasn't punishing enough to take the 3 points away from us, but that could have been costly. So them two need to switch on at the weekend. In at right back, for me, my player of the season so far, Max Aarons. The midfield I am going to change. I'm going to leave Tom Tribal in there. I thought he was really good actually against Hull. Gave the ball away a few times, but he's just such a busybody around the middle of the park, and he's crucial in a Championship side. Next to him, Leitner goes in there for me. Now, I am surprised, I must admit, that Farke didn't change things up on Wednesday night. I kind of understand the logic. You don't change a winning side, but when you've got a squad with as much quality and depth as we have, it seems silly not to bring a Leitner or a Vrancic in. I'd be happy to see Leitner or Vrancic in there. For me, Leitner's probably the preferred slightly. It just seems that when you've got, these midweek games, why tire your players out to a certain extent? And I saw Michael Bailey speaking about this on the Pinken vlog he done after the game, that the substitutions were late as well, and that's something that Chris has really banged on about this season, and I haven't really got on that bandwagon. I think Farke's got his own ways and they've worked. You can't really criticise them. But it does seem like the tail end of the season, when you've got 9 games to go and every game is physically draining, of course, but also mentally draining, why not bring a Jordan Rhodes on? Why not bring a Moritz Leitner on? A Mario Vrancic on with half an hour to spare? It's not going to do you any harm. So for me, that's the midfield pairing. Hernandez out on the left. I thought he was good actually against Hull. He's just got that ability to, when we're under pressure, he can break quickly, and I'd probably say half of the breaks he gets away on ends up leading to something, but he's so crucial to the way we play football. I've really enjoyed watching Onel Hernandez play this season. In the middle, Marco Stiepermann, I'm really happy to see him get that goal on Wednesday night. There's been so many times this season when he's gone on their mazy runs and got into shooting positions, and that final shot just hasn't been there. It was there on Wednesday night. That was a fantastic goal, and he is going to be one of the crucial players from now on in until the end of the season. Out on the right-hand side, Emi Buendia, for me, his best game in a Norwich City shirt on Wednesday. He's just sublime. When he gets going, he is incredible. And as well as that, defensively, he's so good as well. His willingness to chase back, he's quick and good in the tackle. He's just so good. He's 22 years old and he cost us £1.5 million. That has to be one of the bargains of the season. That flick for his second goal was just unbelievable. And up front, Teemu Pukki, no goals for him in his last 2 games. He's set his standards so high that when he doesn't score in his game, he's open to small criticism. I don't think he had his best game on Wednesday, but his movement and his hold-up play is still so crucial to the system, and that system allows Hernandez to chip him a goal, Stiepermann, Buendia. So even when Pukki's not scoring, he's usually contributing, and that's so important. So yeah, for me, the only change is that midfield. For me, McLean comes out, nothing against him. I still think he's slightly more of an advanced midfielder. I don't think he's kind of fits this system. I think he's a very, very good player and will be crucial as a squad player. But for me, Leitner comes back in and I'm more than happy with the rest of the team. Once again, another massive game. I think this weekend is big. With that Leeds and Sheffield United game taking place, there's going to be some slack cut somewhere. So it's just crucial that we take advantage of that and lay down another important marker. We win this, there's a possibility that with 8 games to go, there could be a 7-point gap between us and third place, and that is big. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please do head over to FansBet if you fancy a flutter this weekend. Thank you for your support, as always, this season. If you haven't already, go and check out the Jake Humphrey podcast we filmed earlier in the week. That's really good. And yeah, I'll see you up at Rotherham. I'm looking forward to it on the Ball City. Bye-bye.